Right, so Ricky Ponting, the Australian captain who won the toss earlier today, has now made his way out to the centre here. It's a long way, I can tell you, from the dressing room out to the centre. There's a huge ground. Ponting always... Oh, that's well bowled, and that's got to be close. There was a bit of a noise there, but not a convincing appeal. A beautiful delivery, just swung out a little bit, beat the outside edge of Ponch. Don't take any line of Ponting not walking, because he'll never walk, but it looked, I thought I just heard a little nick there for a second.
It's close. It doesn't look like he's hit it. It might have hit his pad. Look at Boucher, though. How does he react? Normally, he tosses it up into the air. There, look at the bottom of the bat. Just touches the pad. So that's a correct decision. It's not carried as well. It's not carried. And Jacques Cullis is just trying to get him to play a shot out there. And if he does, then those slips will certainly be in business. It's not too far short, that. Short of the gully. And that's Smith's reaction. Close.
Oh, he's played and missed again.
And here's Morkel, goes to Ponting. In the air and all the way.
Well, that's some shot. Over fine leg, he cleared the boundary by a long, long way. 50 up for Australia as well, so a good way to bring that up. So just the last couple of deliveries, Ponting suddenly breaking the shackles, just helped that along its way. Must have, just for a moment, had his heart in its mouth, because that went straight down to where fine leg is, but cleared the boundary by a long way.
And he's driven easily through the covers as he over-pitches once more. He really has struggled to find the right length, and it's a teasing chase all the way to the cover boundary. Morkel leaks 4 more.
Well, South Africa doesn't need this. They need a good spell from Morne Morkel, and unfortunately, it just tends to blow hot and cold. When he's good, he's very good, but sometimes the consistency just isn't there. That was a long, half volley.
Oh, goodness, what a ball. What a ball. He has this ability to bowl that kind of delivery. Hasn't found enough of them. Hasn't found anything close to this. Got to play this, and it's opened him up like a can of beans. Super delivery.
It's the Michael Vaughan ball, isn't it?
Oh, he's got... Oh, no! Oh, no, he's put him down. He's put him down. He got the ball to go away. He got the edge and could have taken him in for lunch. But it went down.
Mackenzie is the fielder. It's actually a pretty comfortable, straightforward catch. But down it goes, almost off the middle of the bat. Look, guided, it's almost leaving it alone, Ponting. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
It's a nice shot from Ricky Ponting. It's not going to go all the way to the boundary for 4. He gets 3.
Oh, that's a good start. Straight down the ground by Ponting, and that'll go all the way for 4. Well, that's exactly the sort of start Ponting wanted.
Well, he struggled initially against Cullis, did Ponting. A couple went past the outside edge, but his footwork's got a lot more assured as his innings has gone on, despite the fact that he gave that life just before lunch. This is a lovely beginning. Slightly over pitched, but a good stride, straight blade, sweetly timed, and the outfield quickening. It's a lovely beginning for Ponting.
Yeah, that's the line he likes. Oh, good shot. Very well driven down the ground. Ponting starting to get his driving right. It's an area he struggles with a little bit early on in his innings, always. He's starting to get it right now.
Well, he's played 2 great shots since the luncheon interval. One straight down the ground off Antini, and now here's Steyn over pitching just a touch. And straight as you like, a little bit slicing across at Ricky Ponting, but still timed it sweetly enough to speed to the long off fence.
It's just detected just a little bit of frustration there from the South African captain. Oh, well bowled, well bowled. Well, one thing you do know, if you get Ponting driving, if he keeps driving, there's always a chance of something flying into the slip cordon.
This is a great delivery. Just holds and goes, squaring up Ponting. Watch the back leg almost advancing forward after the ball passes.
Oh, that's too straight. That's far too straight, and he's played it well. Steyn is a little wayward when they need him to bowl it on off stump and outside. He's bowling a little bit too straight. Will they run 4? Yes, they will. It's a long boundary down there.
I'm not condoning the delivery, Tony, but I always find it difficult for bowlers to bowl to 7-2s. And if it doesn't swing, which is what he's trying to do, and he's a bit straight, he's going to get worked through mid-wicket easily there. He's got no protection.
Dead right. I would actually prefer to see 3 slips in the gully and the man in the middle at extra cover come across, because you're dead right. Then you can afford to bowl a little bit straighter, and if it doesn't swing, you get played away through the onside. I'd have them a little straighter than they are at the moment.
That's through the gap. That's a super shot from Ricky Ponting. An emphatic way to bring up 50. Very welcome, that 50, to all these Australians here in Melbourne today. And it's a big occasion for the Aussies. They're 1 down, and they need their skipper to be the one to prop them up. And he's started things quite nicely for himself. His 43rd Test 50 and the 7th against South Africa.
Terrific shot, and what a good way to bring up your 50. His timing was absolutely superb.
It's gone through again. It's gone through again, and it is going to reach the boundary for 4. Ponting in full flow. The one before was a good shot, but I think that second one was even better.
Back-to-back boundaries for the Australian captain. It's been under a lot of pressure, copped flack all over the place before this Test match, sometimes unfairly so. Too much width on both occasions. Ponting hitting on the up.
Oh, and again, and again. Dini tries to...
Doyle. Nobody at square cover. So even though Morkel screams catch it, the man is back to save the boundary. Well done, Ricky Ponting. You give him enormous credit for the control in that stroke. Almost as if he got the ball a little early and just used his wrist to pick a spot past leg stump at the other end. 82 he has now.
Beautiful shot. It's outside off stump. And the control was exactly as described. Did get to it early, didn't he? There, he's just too soon and allowed it to still.
Goes to Ponting. Oh, thick outside edge again. Cullis creates an element of falseness. It goes through the gully and to the vacant third man for 4 more. Cullis not happy.
Just a polite little chat between Cullis and Ponting. The good delivery. He's drawn the drive. He's driving on the up as well there, Ricky Ponting. And look at that reaction from Cullis. He's saying, hold on, I've come back on here, and 2 have gone for 4 in that region.
He's just managed to extract a little bit of bounce. Oh, that's a good stroke. Punch drive. He's into the 90s now, Ponting. He's going to push hard for 3 here. Won't get it. Oh, he will. Can you believe it? Umla's thrown on the turn.
The relay gone wrong.
2 full, 2 straight and 4. Harris dives in vain. Ponting to 98.
It's a nice shot. Just a touch over pitch from Makayantini.
Accompanied by a roar of applause. Ponting on 99. Here's Cullis. He's got it. There it is. The MCG erupts. Ponting acknowledges it's a big moment for the beleaguered captain. He answers his critics in emphatic style. Century number 37. And he acknowledges the applause of 60,000 Australians.
It's his 8th century against South Africa and a 4th century of 2008. He desperately wanted it, desperately wanted to do well here at the MCG because Australia are 1 down in the series. He's answered critics and he'll feel just a touch better. Especially because his team has been under siege and he bears the brunt when they don't go so well.
They go up for the count. He's got him. Harris has struck on the stroke of tea, and that is a massive blow for South Africa. Ponting departs, and the spirits will be lifted.
Oh, I tell you, this fella, Paul Harris, he gets important wickets. He's done it for South Africa so often. There's the edge. It goes up. It's a simple catch for Hashim Amla. And a splendid innings comes to an end. South Africa will celebrate. The MCG will stand for Ricky Ponting because he has entertained them. He goes for 101. And Australia T 184 for 4.
Which means a session of 95 for 3, Pom, and particularly with the departure of Ponting, South Africa